Hilton Head Town Manager Steve Riley joining us. We begin with a reminder to everybody, vote next week. We got an election coming up for Ward 6. That's been an empty chair since John McCann became mayor. Steve, does it make town council operate any differently with a seat vacant?
Well, it's affected the membership on committees,
Okay.
and yes, it can affect. It hasn't affected quorums, and it hasn't affected a vote yet, but it can.
All right. With that in mind, got a lot going on the island. Projects are moving along. The Caligny Park, where are we on that? I know you've been doing a lot of road work around.
Road work and pathway work is rocking along pretty good. We're going to take a break for the parade, of course, but other than that, we're moving that along, and we're out to bid at the moment for the park improvements themselves, and are hoping to start that hopefully next month.
Now, are you bidding the whole project this time again, or are we doing it in pieces?
The problem the first time was we bid the roads, the pathways, and the park all at once, and that proved to be too much. So the roads and pathways were broken out. Now it's the park itself, and we think we're going to get good bids for that.
It should be a great project, that's for sure, for folks. Bridge done yet?
Absolutely. Our new citizens committee is hoping to schedule their first meeting this week. We've had a lot of folks out of town, and so there's been a bit of a challenge, but I think late this week we'll be meeting with them. And we continue to have conversations with the DOT, and that project is kind of moving along at the pace that state, federal projects like this kind of take.
Yeah, this is not, people are starting to get a little antsy about it because they're afraid we're going to start seeing orange barrels any day now and going on forever. The going on forever part is probably right, but it's not any day now that it's going to begin.
No, I don't know that I could give you, I guess I'd remind people that the first council in '84 resurrected the idea of a cross island, and it opened in '97.
Okay.
We approved the runway expansion in 2010, and it opened in 2018. This is going to be an 8 to 10 or more year project.
All right, and it's going to be quite a while before we even get to the part where we're seriously inconvenienced in getting on and off the island. Let's see, a lot of events around town that the town is actually kind of involved with all of the springtime things going on.
Oh, absolutely. We help facilitate a lot of things. We had, a marathon this past weekend. We've got Seafood Fest coming up. You've got all of the events surrounding the Goal Celebration Month. Month-long activity of events going on. Our Hilton Head Culture website is a great place to find out where all these things are. The parade we come up next month, and there's a whole series of activities and events throughout March and April.
That, of course, is all a part of the master plan, to keep having those kind of events, to keep doing great things. The visioning process that was begun a couple of years ago, that now at least is on paper, and now it's time to act. You've got folks in your planning department doing all kinds of work with that, but you're also looking for a lot of input from townspeople.
Absolutely, yes. The vision involved a lot of people. This is a transition to the comp plan, and really the legal document necessary to begin to implement stuff. And if you got ideas and you don't share them, we never know.
And again, go to the town website if you want to get involved, because there are a lot of ways to do it, whether it's just a good idea, or serving on one of the committees, or serving on the big monster committee that is going to oversee it.
Absolutely.
Steve, thanks again. Boy, you've had a busy time. Anything going on in Columbia? Anything we need to be worried about that's going on up statewide?
Right now there's pretty good cooperation going on, and some positive things we think for local government, which hasn't been the case over the last few years. So hopeful there that some good things will come out in terms of stabilizing funding and some other things.
All right, I'm knocking on wood for all of that, that's for sure. Steve, thanks so much for the time.
Absolutely,
as always. We appreciate it. Steve Riley, Hilton Head's town manager. We've got a whole lot more to talk about coming up about this busy time on our island. Stay with us.